Hey, what is up, everyone? We are on the road again, and we are going to be hitting a California circuit, if you will. I don't know. Thousand Trails circuit for next couple weeks. So we're going to be hitting Lake Minden, Ponderosa RV Resort, and Lake of the Springs RV Resort. So that's good to be back out, and we'll take you along with us. How about that? All right. Hey, what is up, everyone? We wanted to give you just an update on what's been going on with us, give you an update where we're going, our travels, and so on. Like many of you, 2020 was one of the worst years that we've had in a long time, and it was for us as well. The thing is, in December, a couple things happened with us. One of them is that Tammy broke her wrist, broke a bone in her wrist, let's just put it that way. So she had to get a cast, and we went through that whole deal. That kind of put a damper on things. But other than that, the biggest thing, I guess, is to say that my entire family caught COVID. Well, at least most of us did, and maybe some are going through it now. So it started in December, around Christmas time. We pretty much just went through my family. My mother-in-law is a healthcare worker, and she was exposed to somebody at work that had COVID. And didn't know it. And when we were visiting, we caught it. I caught it first, and my wife caught it. Then my son, my oldest son, his wife, my daughter, her husband. Good news is none of the kids got it, or maybe they did, but they showed no signs of anything. They never got sick or anything. So that worked on us, and you know we're over it now, and everybody's doing fine. So not to say that COVID isn't a dangerous or scary or anything else. It's a terrible thing to get, especially probably when you're old or you have underlying disease or underlying diseases, but we're all pretty healthy for the most part, at least physically, mentally. And if you hear some grunting, that's just our dog down there eating. So there you go. We've been kind of on a holding pattern, but we're going to go back out, as we said earlier, later on. Not too far off, but later on we will be doing some other traveling. We will be going to Idaho for about a month. Later we'll be going to Tennessee. We have plans to go back to Florida. So we got lots of travel plans that are going to be coming up. Lots of things, lots of exciting things. We're hoping that COVID's just pretty much done for our family wise. And then hopefully, you know, the country will get over this, and we can all move along and live normal lives again. For now, we're going to head up those campsites. We're going to show you around what's in these areas, and we look forward to having you come along with us. Okay, we'll see you. Okay, so part of what happened here today at Lake Minden, the temperatures got really low, in the freezing, I assume. So the one thing I want to tell you, if you're going to be out in the cold and you're going to be using your hoses, which obviously you will be using your hoses for water. I have two kinds of hoses, and I have 4 different hoses, but I have 2 different kinds. The regular white hose that you use to drink water out of, and then during summertime or whatever, when the temperature is warmer, I use a blue hose. You know, you've seen these around. So this is the 0G hose. I have plenty of hoses, but I had a brand new hose that I haven't used for a year sitting in my tub, so I hooked it up this morning. So there we go. So if you're going to be out in weather that's cold, don't use those hoses in the cold, or you won't be drinking any water. Okay, so Lake Minden is located in the city of Nicholas, California. And depending on what time of the year you get here, if it's summertime or spring, it's really pretty, as you can see here. The sun sets, but during winter time it can get cold. There's not a lot to do in the area unless you really want to drive to maybe the city of Sacramento. So we want to give you a little tour of what it looks like throughout the park. So if you decide to come here, give you some idea where in the park you might want to stay. Okay, for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and speed up this video and show you the park. This is section A. It's right when you first come into the park. It's the only area in the park that has full hookups. It's located right next to the front of the park, so you can get in and out quickly, and it's also at the front part of the lake. They also have a playground for the kids and miniature golf when it's not closed due to COVID. There's also showers here and restrooms that are pretty nice. This is B section. There are no hookups here, and it's closed during the winter. Plenty of people fish here, and there's lots of areas with these docks where you can stand out and fish if you want to. So this is D section. It's where most of the campers stay at. It offers water and electric. There are also bathrooms and showers here, and there's also a dump station. So this is the backside of D section. It's our favorite part of the park to stay at because you have this wide open field behind you with really nice views. It also has the least amount of trees that may fall upon your rig, and it also has the least amount of birds that can sit in the trees and do their business on top of your rig. So we only stayed at this park for a few days because the weather changed, and it went from being this really nice blue sky, nice weather, to the most extreme wind we've experienced since we've been in the state of Texas. And it went from this really nice weather to craziness. And here you can see this rig here before the storm. And this is what it looked like afterwards. Just blew this guy's stuff all over. There were trees blown over in the park. There was some flooding. They had certain areas closed off so you couldn't even get around. So we had to leave. Hey, what is up? So we have been here at Ponderosa RV Resort, 8,000 Trails campground. We've been here for 8 days. We did not end up going to Lake of the Springs because of the weather. It's getting really cold, and we just don't want to bear the cold, the California cold. And we are enjoying our spot. Today's really the best day that we've seen with sun. It's been rainy, it's been cold, but we wanted to show you what the campground looks like, so you have a better idea if you do come here what it looks like. So follow us along. They're like security. So this is one cool thing about this place here is at this campground you can just walk over to this area, nice little beach area as you can see. And you know, another thing is what we haven't mentioned, during summertime hours this place is like a whitewater rafting area. There's businesses all around here that do whitewater rafting, so if you're into that kind of thing, it's probably a really cool place to come into this freezing water. So after you come into the park, this is A section. Pretty good area, kind of separated from everybody high up on the hill. And like most Thousand Trails parks, they have cabins here, as well as tent spots where you can come and tent camp if you'd like. And this is D section. And the river is right back there, so it's cool if you want to get semi-close to the river. Over here is an E section. And this over here is the main area, if you will. And it is F section. This is where most people are at, kind of in the middle of the park. This is next to F site. This is E. There's our rig back there. And the water is right over here. The rest of section F is just the backside of what I just showed you. The cool thing is you can just walk here and you're at the American River. Over here is H section. I'll show you H section in a second, but here's the American River. So this is H section. Most of H section runs along the front of the river, and they charge a premium. One good thing is that they're 50 amps, so if you have a big rig or 50 amp service, you can plug in here. It's right along the water, as you can see, but the bad thing is, if there is a bad thing, they charge $5 a night to be in these spots. But hey, if you can manage to look out your rig, you get right. Okay, so this is the tent camping spot. This is at the back of F, where he showed you. They're really good spots, right there next to the water. I don't know why I'm talking about that on an RV channel, RV, but hey, if you're into that stuff, good spot. In the park here, there is only one area, one section. This is actually B section. And it's the only area in the park that has full hookups. So, if you need full hookups, this is it.
Well, it's here and it's that little edge.
It's right next to the pool. And it's here. So there's not too many spots. But if you're into it, cool. And then it's right next to the clubhouse, or the lodge, where they have your standard ping pong and pool. Not much, maybe some TVs. And there's a few spots right above it, which I've never seen an open spot in all the times that we've been here. There's only 3 spots up top that have full hookups. So there are some negatives to this park, which I'll talk about later. But it's a good spot. You know, it's one of our favorite 1,000 trails when we're in the area.
I think because it's on the river.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing about this place, is that you're on the river. And in a little bit I'll discuss the other areas that are close. Within 30 minutes you can be in Auburn, Placerville. You can be in Folsom. If you want to go another 45 minutes, 50 minutes, you can be in Roseville. You can be in maybe even Sacramento. So it's close to all these other areas around here. Now, one thing that I didn't mention is about a mile. It's literally a mile up the road. I believe it's called Sutter's Mill. Sutter's Mill. And it's one of the first areas that they discovered.
It's called Sutter's Mill. That's in Sacramento.
Well, we'll check it out. I'll put the name in there.
It's the little town of Coloma where, I think you're right in the name, John Sutter first found gold. But it's not called Sutter's Mill.
Could be called Sutter's Mill.
Sutter's Mill is in downtown Sacramento. Look, we can have this debate, and then he's going to look it up, and he's going to see that I'm right. And then for once,
she's going to be right. She's gambling on everything right now. The one time she's going to be right.
Anyway, it's the little town of Coloma where John Sutter first found gold.
Yeah. So it's a whole town that's set up. They actually have a little, have people that role play, and they have the town that's set up like a little gold town. And
you can do gold. The kids can do gold mining.
Yeah.
They have like teepees.
It's only a mile, literally a mile down the road. So that's kind of neat to go to when you're here too. So, all right.
Probably going to edit all this out anyway.
Bye. You know, I wasn't going to make a big deal about this, but hey, 10 seconds after we just spoke, we looked up where's Sutter's Mill.
He's right.
Right up the street. Just remember that when you're
he's right.
When you're watching our videos.
Oh.
When I speak.
Whatever. Okay, it's a Sutter. It's technically.
Okay, we gotta go now. Bye.
So we've been here at Lake Minden for a couple days now, and we thought we'd pop in the truck and drive around and give you guys a little tour. Also, it's his birthday today. He's 55. I know he doesn't look it. He looks really amazing.
About half hour away from Ponderosa RV Resort is the American River. Well, the American River runs right next to Ponderosa RV Resort, but if you drive 20 minutes or so, you can come to this place here. Hi, Max. So especially on hot summer days, this is the place to come to. Going to Auburn. Okay, so one of our favorite places to go to when we are in Auburn is Aikidas. And Aikidas is in the city of Auburn, right off Highway 80, which is right there. And if you didn't know, Highway 80 goes all the way from California all the way to the East Coast, if you're planning on going that route. But anyways, this place, oh man, we've driven out of our way numerous times just to come here and get their pies. They make homemade pies and meat pies, or fruit pies, meat pies. They're very good. And they have a deli that's really good. So
they actually have like a little store as well.
Yeah, like a market.
I mean, yeah, so
Produce.
There's a lot here.
Yeah, and then on the weekends, and without COVID, this place is usually, it's like a tourist destination in a way, and it's a lot of touristy places you go to, and you go, oh, that's all right, and they're really overpriced. This place is just good food, and
it's worth the money.
It's worth the money, even though it's a tiny bit expensive, but it's worth coming to and checking out. So if you're in the area, come check it out. We'll show you what it looks like.
I thought you were going to say like hi or something first. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Ready? I'll say it now. So one of our favorite places to go to when we're in the Auburn area.
Can you stop? Start over. Can you take your glasses off?
You gotta look, make sure you're looking in the lens now. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, what's up? Jeez. I'm not gonna say anything now.
I have stage fright. Okay, let's do it again.
Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe so we can keep on doing what we're doing. Until the next time, stay safe and peace.